Welcome class. Today we're going to learn about dividing with a two-digit divisor. To begin with, let's remind ourselves what some of these division terms mean because we're going to use them throughout this lesson. So in your math notebook, go ahead and write this down. Go ahead and write it down a problem like this, and if you can even color code it, that's even better. Now the number that we start out with in a division problem, that's called the dividend. Here I have it highlighted in that light orange color. The dividend is the number we begin with. So here we're starting with 5,738. That's the number we're going to divide up into groups. The second part of a division problem is here in green. That's the divisor. And our answer in our division problem is called the quotient. So to begin with, in a division problem like this, and I would also write down these steps in your math notebook as we go. Step one is to use enough numbers in the dividend, that's this number here, so that it's bigger than the divisor. So our divisor here is 73. So we wouldn't say, like, how many groups of 73 can I make with 5? That is not enough, so we have to keep going. How many groups of 73 can I make with 57? Still too small. 73 is bigger than 57. So I have to extend that line all the way over to here. See that? How I'm going to include all three of these numbers in my division problem. Okay, so I'm saying how many groups of 73 can I make with 573? So that's actually pretty close to what we've been doing in division all year. Now step two is to take the first two digits of the dividend, because we've got two digits here, and we're going to use these first two here, and divide them by the first digit in the divisor. So let's give that a try. Let me show you what I mean here. So I'm going to take these two numbers here, and I'm going to, actually let's use the same color just so we're really consistent. I'm going to take 57, and I'm going to divide that by 7. So 57 divided by 7, let's see, 57 divided by 7 equals 8, okay? So with big division like this, we have to do a little bit of trial and error. 57 divided by 7 equals 8. Now, remember, since I'm using all three of these numbers, I'm going to put my answer here, 8. And now I go to my next step, which is, so I wrote my answer in the quotient. That's up here, red's the quotient, and multiply by the divisor. So that's the multiply step that we always do. And let's see here. So that's going to look like 73 times 8. All right, so that's just a multiplication problem. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 7 is, let's see here, it's 56 plus 2, 57, 58. Okay, 584. Now, the next step after this would be subtract 584. But we notice that if your answer is bigger than the quotient, it doesn't fit. So we have to use one number smaller and try again. So it didn't fit. It wasn't quite right. Like I said, we have to try a little bit of trial and error here to get the right answer. So instead of an 8, I'm going to try a 7 in my quotient. That quotient's that red part there. Let's try a 7. Now, if I multiply 73 times 7, let's see, 7 times 3 is 21, carry the 2, 7 times 7 is 49, plus 2 is 51. 511. So let's try that instead. 511. And I get, there we go, that fits just fine. And so I get, let's see here, 62. Now I can bring down the 8. That's this step here. Bring down the 8, and then we'll repeat steps 1 through 4. And I'm going to ask myself a similar question. How many groups of 7 can I make with 6? Can't make any. How many groups of 7 can I make with 62? Let's see here. I know 7 times 8 is 56. And 7 times 9 is 63, so that means I can make 8 groups. Let's try that out. There we go, 8 groups, and if I multiply 73 times 8, I already know from earlier. Let's see, I already had an answer from earlier. 73 times 8 was 584. And let's try that out. 584 does fit. And if I subtract, I get a remainder 44. So that's going to be my remainder. So it's a little bit tricky, but with some practice, you'll get the hang of it, and you'll realize it's not too different than long division. Do let us know if you have any questions, and good luck with your work.